the PowerPoint is like quite comprehensive lah. So I do have quite a fair bit of slides to go through. Okay, so now let me just share screen. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Yes, yes. Okay, good. Okay, so I will start now. So today we'll start with essential oil usage basic 101, discover safe and effective way of using essential oils. Okay, so first of all, just a disclaimer that I'm not a doctor. Okay, I'm not the doctor, so give me a minute. I'm trying to adjust my screen a bit. Okay, so I'm not treating or diagnosing anyone in this talk. The information provided here comes from my personal experience and those of other people using doTERRA essential oil, or from my studies of credible sources on essential oil and related fields. But in short, essential oil are empowering and safe. Okay, so what are essential oil? Okay, I think many of you are pretty familiar with these slides, right? So it's actually a natural aromatic compound found in plant, steam distilled or cold press extraction. It is powerful, safe, and beneficial without side effect. So just a little fun fact here. So do you all know that actually pure essential oil, right? When you drip it on your hand, you actually will not feel greasy, because it is not a fatty oil. Okay, so let me just, so if let's say you can see this peppermint leaf, right? And with the peppermint oil set here under the microscope. Okay, so this is actually the essential oil that we are basically ingesting when we are drinking like beverage like mojito, where we crush the peppermint leaf. The oil sac that comes out, right, is that's how pure the essential oil already. Okay, next slide. So basically, essential oil are everywhere. If you know that, okay, since young, okay, anybody use Rui oil before? Type a Y if you have used Rui oil before. Yeah, so basically it can be found in most of our like 川贝枇杷膏, the candy, toothpaste, all these things. Essential oil are actually everywhere, and we have been contacting them since very young already. Since birth, parents have been using the Rui oil on us already. Okay, so do you actually know that one drop of peppermint essential oil, right, is actually about average of like 25 cups of peppermint tea. So this is how potent a pure essential oil is. And if you're telling me that, I don't dare to ingest essential oil, like they are chemical and all these things. But are you actually eating like lemon cheesecake with the rind and zest before? If yes, right, you are also actually ingesting essential oil already. Okay, so here, what are pure essential oil? Okay, so in the ancient times, right, people has already been using essential oil and plant parts to improve their health and well-being already. So imagine, anyone been to TCM before? Yes, yes. If yes, you just type a Y in the chat box. Anyone been to TCM before? And have you heard of this, like the TCM sensei will say that, this pack of medicine, you take the herbs, go home already, right? Like 3碗水煮成一碗, 3 bowls of water, then you boil, become 1 bowl. Then okay, you can split into 2 times to take it in the day or in the afternoon, that kind, right? Quite familiar, right? So if you have been already knowing this concept, right? This is how we actually derive our essential oil, the pure essential oil. So basically, if you can look at, okay, so if you can look at, where's my pointer? Give me a, okay, so if you can see the aromatic plant here, right? Okay, so the aromatic plant here. So we are basically putting the plant here and then through heat. And when the steam comes out, right, we actually get the condensation through cold water, and then it comes out with the essential oil here. And this is the floral water. Let's say, take for example, lavender plant. So imagine the lavender plant is here, right? So it actually the lavender plant is in this place. So it actually go through the condensation, it comes out. And this is the oil that we have in the bottle, and that is how pure it is. And the byproduct will be the floral water. So now you know why those essential oil, those floral water are so much cheaper, because these are actually byproduct that comes out through after the condensation. Okay, yeah, so very cheap term. Okay, next. Let me just continue. Sorry, my computer is a bit hang, so okay, let me just erase my beautiful drawing. Oops. Okay, so after sharing what is pure essential oil, right? Now we look at what are the synthetic fragrance. Okay, so synthetic fragrance, right? They are commonly found in our scented soap, perfume, scented lotion, scented massage oil, and scented bubble bath. So technically speaking, right, can anyone just guess like from the start of the day, right? How many chemicals you have been contacting since the day you wake up? Just a guess in the chat box. Anyone? Just a guess how many chemical you contact, from the start of the day. When you start your day, you brush your teeth and so on. 5, 10, any more? 10, 10, 100, 28. Okay, so we are actually contacting more than 200 chemicals per day since the day we start till the end of the day. Because take into consideration, by just brushing your teeth and the shower gel, etc., how about going out, when you wash your hand, when you go when you are on the road, right? You're inhaling a lot of chemicals. Like when you go to shopping mall, all the fragrances that they diffuse all are synthetic. Okay, I would say mostly lah. Okay, more than 90% confirm synthetic one. So let me move on. Okay, so synthetic fragrance, right? They are chemical compound that is compounded in the lab. So I ever did my internship before in one of the flavor house. So I was tasked to actually create a flavor. I can't remember what's the flavor, but all I do is, right, they give me a list of recipe, right? Then I'll sit there. Then on top of my table is whole lot of chemicals. So what I do is I just take all the chemical compound and become a flavor. Ever since then, right, even for product, I try to if it's like artificial flavoring, right? I mean, if those outside they already added, then no choice. But for myself, I try not to add it when I do my own baking and stuff. Okay, because after doing the compounding, you won't want to use that anymore. Okay. So this was a source that I extracted that says that, thanks to the formulation skill of master perfumer, consumer generally can't tell whether a quality perfume was made with natural or synthetic ingredient. Okay, so basically, when we feel good, right? When we feel good, smelling some certain scents, right? It can be a mix of synthetic and natural compound, or it can be a total synthetic compound that we actually ingest, but we are not aware of that because of how the technology has changes and how people compound the flavor that actually give us the false effect. So do understand what you are using and then get it from reputable source. Okay, so how fast do essential oil works? So essential oil can penetrate cell membrane and diffuse throughout the blood and tissue due to the small size of the molecules. I believe most of you have already seen this chart before. Okay. Sorry, my computer is really lagging today, so I may overrun a bit. Okay, so it actually takes 22 seconds to reach the brain. So that's when we do the inhaling portion, whereby we diffuse or we put onto our palm and we inhale in doing this manner. Okay, so it takes 22 seconds to reach our brain. And then it takes 2 minutes to actually reach our bloodstreams. And as you know that human being, right? Human being, we have actually trillions of cells in the body. So when we use essential oil, right, it actually reach to all the cells like brain cells, skin cells, gastro cells, immune cells. All these are made of cells, and it total up of like trillions of cells in our body. So with about 20 minutes, right, essential oil should affect every cell in the body. But of course, you must be thinking, wow, so 神奇, like 20 minutes, I should be already, right?
Yeah, everybody got in the way, but then I don't know why.
Okay, so this is whereby maybe we only have very, very minor symptoms. With that 20 minutes, it actually helps to relieve some like nervous stress and etc. But when we do have severe condition, right, of course, we are not saying that what 20 minutes can cure you. That's not possible, because when you go to TCM, right, you want to target on certain symptoms that you have, right? They will say that, okay, you need to take this course for like 3 months, then 6 months to slowly improve your immunity. So likewise, essential oil is also the same logic. Okay, so human body and essential oil. Human body is intelligent, and that essential oil actually found uh found in our body actually no stranger to our body system, because these are the things that we actually ingest daily through our food and drink. So they are chemically similar in structure to our human blood. Okay, the body know how to break down and utilize them to balance the human physiology. And in addition, the amount of essential oil used in a treatment is usually only about 4 to 5 drops, which equates to less than 0.25 ml in a human body. Okay, so for more information, you can actually get from the source, International Federation of Professional Aromatherapies. Okay, so I believe this is also something that you all know already. 3 ways to use essential oil through aromatic, topical, and internal. So in terms of aromatic inhalation, it actually helps to improve our mood. Okay, because when the vapors of essential oil are inhaled, right, they are immediately travel to our limbic system of the brain, where they have a profound effect on our mood, emotion, alertness, and other function controlled by the central part of the brain. Okay, so you can see, you can refer to the image there, that when we inhale, it actually goes into the limbic system. You can actually, I'm not going to in detail, but you can Google what exactly does a limbic system do to our to send the signal to our entire body. Okay, by using aromatic, right, it also supports respiratory absorption. So it allows to have the antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties of the oil to be delivered directly to the respiratory organ. So in short, we are trying to say that when you inhale essential oil, good quality essential oil, you are actually strengthening your respiratory health. Okay, so I think some of you have seen this video before on how the hospital actually use this to use the essential oil to diffuse in the hospital, and then how does it help the staff in the hospital to feel more relaxed. So for the benefit of those who have not seen this, right, I just play this.
Inside Vanderbilt's emergency room,
people say it smells like dreamsicles. I've heard margarita.
The hospital smell has disappeared.
This diffuser is right now diffusing lime.
Scattered around are several essential oil diffusers, dispensing a therapeutic scent throughout the ER.
It's very pleasant, fresh, clean.
The ER's Wellness Committee decided to test the oils to not only improve the smell, but also the workplace.
We wanted oils that would help decrease stress and increase energy.
The results are dramatic. According to their survey of more than 100 ER staff members, before the oils, 41% of them said they were stressed out at work. After the oils, only 3% were stressed. Prior to aromatherapy, 60% of ER staff members were frustrated at work. After a little oil, 6% felt frustrated.
The results were phenomenal, just the before and after.
At first, there were plenty of skeptics, not believing a drop here and a drop there could really make a difference.
Some people, I included, at first thought it was like voodoo medicine, like it's never going to work.
Now, nurses like Anna Malajic are using them at home.
And it really is amazing.
Vanderbilt's ER may be the only one in the country diffusing essential oils. And supporters say if it's working for staff, it could also help patients.
Not make it as a medical treatment, but a complementary therapy for the patient.
And get this, 84% of the nurses and doctors inside Vanderbilt's emergency room strongly agree that the oils contribute to a more positive work environment. The Wellness Committee plans to publish their results, highlighting their success. So if you're wondering how those essential oils
Okay, so let me just move on. So, I mean,
work when the oils are diffused.
So for Singapore, right, maybe we are still not there yet in terms of using essential oil in the hospital, but for a country like US, right, they have been doing that already. Okay, so aromatic inhalation. So by using using essential oil through aromatic way, right, you also clear the environment threats in the environment. Okay, so they are properly diffused oils are known to kill bacteria and virus, improve mental clarity, enhance or calm emotion, and increase the feel of well-being. A well-designed diffuser can fill a room, office, or lobby with a therapeutic aromatics in only minutes. Over a longer period of time, this diffuse oil strengthen the immune system, reduce mold, and reduce unpleasant odor. Let me just take an example, right? There was once, right? I mean, how do I say that? Oh, how does it really so effective to clear the environmental threats, right? Just an example that probably I can't remember, but when my girl was around 6 months old, that was the time I was having a very bad diarrhea, like I vomit, so it could be stomach flu, to the extent that I couldn't even stand up or walk out of my house. So I didn't even see a doctor, and I was so worried that I will pass the virus to my girl. So I make sure that she don't go near to the toilet that I go to, because I know that the viruses are airborne. So what I did was, right, I tried to put her at a corner at her play area, and then I put diffuser nearby her. So how do I say that this is effective? Because my husband who actually shared the same toilet with me, right, he has a slight diarrhea after that. But my girl was completely fine because I put her to far from toilet area and I diffused the air around her. So she was perfectly fine. So this is how I feel that it really helps to clear the environmental threats. Okay, so far so good. And also just one thing that I would like to highlight. People has been saying, oh, you know, when I diffuse this essential oil, right? How come like after a while, no smell one, like they are not effective, You try to diffuse already. If you don't feel anything, right, walk out of the room for a while, then you come back. You will still smell the difference, because there are certain times whereby we will get used to the scent, just like maybe your neighbor is cooking curry or what, right? After a while, you will somehow inhale to the smell. So for diffusing of oil, right, it's the same logic. Okay, if you encounter people asking this, right, you should know how to answer. Okay, next. Sorry, my computer hang again. Okay, sorry, let me stop share a while. Okay, sorry, my computer, I think Labor Day, off day, yesterday off day, haven't come back into service yet. Okay. Okay, you can see, Okay, so sorry for the hiccup. Okay, so for aromatic use, right, usually we can use many type of diffuser to use it. It can be the fan type, it can be ultrasonic water diffuser, it can be water nebulizer, room spray. Like example, let me just show you if you can see. You can see this. This is the rose spray that we did last week. Just one drop of rose essential oil and just with water. Okay, so this is can be done as a room spray. Then how we usually inhale, like remember how we actually drip to our hand and then just activate the oil and then we just cup. For cupping, right, when you are introducing to people who are new, right, don't ask them to immediately cup on the face, they'll get choked. So do a distance, then slowly closer when the oil start to vaporize. Okay, let's come to topical application. Topical application to targeted area. Okay, so I think most of you are quite familiar on how to do target application, right? So that means like you know when we want to do a face one, you can put it in your moisturizer to apply to your face, or you have some of the neck tension, you can apply like deep blue to your neck area, you know, stomach discomfort, then we'll put digestion on the tummy area, you know, your body, you know that when you start to feel heaty, how you know sometimes you do have some like odor in your mouth, you know that you have been sleeping late, like from 11 to 3 o'clock, you're not sleeping, right? High chance people are having some kind of liver inflammation, so you can also apply to the liver area to help to support the immunity. Okay, so this is the topical application. And how do you actually do topical application? Certain oil we can use it neat, but in case the person you are sharing, you never know how sensitive is that person. Some people they may be even sensitive to like flower itself already. So naturally they are they having sensitive immune system, or they are quite, you know, high in toxic level. They haven't been doing detox for very long. When you use essential oil neat on them, right, it will actually amplify the effect quite fast. So best we always recommend, especially first time user, to always dilute in to dilute, either mix with carrier oil, which is our fractionated coconut oil, or you can do it in the hand and spa lotion. Okay, uh for example, just for example, right, when I having eczema, right, I just feel that fractionated coconut oil may not be that moisturizing. So I will actually mix into the hand and spa lotion. If you can see that, the hand and spa lotion. Okay, so I'll just mix it and then apply. It's actually more moisturizing, or even you can use those butter based one, right? Uh, of course, not just this carrier oil that you can use. There are many carrier oil, so long they are natural, vegetable, plant-based, olive oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba, or some people call it jojoba oil for the skin. All these you can use. However, why I personally like fractionated coconut oil so much is because they actually remove some fatty compound in it already. So that is why it is odorless, and then that is not that greasy, so it won't clog the pores. And most importantly, if you are going to do a blend, right, for your friend, okay, if you are going to do a blend for your friend, and you use example, if you find that sweet almond oil, it is odorless, you can do a blend for them, but you can do a test for yourself after probably 1 month or 3 months, right? When they open close many times, it oxidizes, right? The roller blend itself, it will smell very, very rancid. And then the texture will be very, very sticky because of the fatty compound contacted to the environment. So it actually oxidizes. So which is why I don't really like to use other carrier oil, because I ever tried giving to my friend, then they feedback that, hey, why your essential oil smell weird one? Then I said, how could it be? When I open my own one at home, right? Like, you know, I do shelf life test myself being a science student. So when I open it out, right, it really, the smell cannot make it one. So if you are really giving to your friend, right, never use um other carrier oil unless you are doing a massage, which I remember Caroline has shared about her going to to do her massage. She bring her own oil and, you know, let the masseuse do it. After that, right, you still have to clean it off because it's kind of oily when you have oils that has more fatty compound. Okay, and doing topical application, right, a little goes a long way. So we always tell you less is more. So just now, based on my the picture that I have shown you, how potent is essential oil, right? You don't really have to use a lot, and you when you only use it through consistent using and not one shot, no use like half a bottle, your body cannot absorb so much. So those those that cannot be absorbed, you'll be go to waste already. So technically speaking, you are wasting your essential oil. So consistent use, like spread out your hour, do it consistently. Like if let's say you are doing a maintenance, probably once a day or twice a day in the morning and the evening. If you do have like some kind of symptoms like cough and all these things that you need to address to, or inflammation to your throat area, right, then you can increase the frequency by doing it every hourly. Or if it's kids, right, you can depends on the situation, you can do it 1 hourly or even 3 hourly. So do it a few times a day. So by doing that, right, you will actually support the cell renewal and repair. And when our cells is good, with the trillion numbers that I shared just now, right, our body will slowly also recover one. Okay, and there's a reason why we do have a reducer inside the top of the oil bottle. If you can see that, right? Can you see? Okay, so there's a reason why, you know, sometimes you take forever to let one drop of essential oil come out, right? Especially like those oil like vetiver and so, because that is the plant nature of it. And when you just drip down just one drop, you can really feel the impact already. So there's a reason why they have that reducer, the stopper there to let you drip one by one. So have patience, don't like shake, just slowly put there. There's a hole there whereby the air will actually go in to let it drip one drop by one drop one. Okay, so high quality essential oil are pure concentrate. So it is potent, and just a small amount is required. Okay, so for this dilution chart, right, you can do a screenshot to it. Okay, I give you 10 seconds to do the screenshot. Okay, so basically, people have been asking me, how much should I dilute and etc. Right? For me, right, I don't really remember by percentage. My number is quite jialat one, so I don't remember by percentage. So what I do for me to easy remember, right? I don't have my roller bottle with me. So whenever I have a roller bottle that you see in the picture here, right? For example, my girl, during her birth time, I will only put like example frankincense or lemon. I know that these oil are not hot oil, they are very gentle. I put about 5 drops in the 10 ml roller, and I top up with fractionated coconut oil. Okay, so for 0 to 6 months, this is the dosage that I use for my girl. And from 6 months almost like 7 months to 12 months, right, I increased to a 10 drop dose for the basic oil. Okay, like I said, lavender, lemon, frankincense, ginger, all these things. But when it comes to oregano, you can't be dropping 10 drops and then dilute. It's really hot oil. So even though now, right, for oregano for my girl, right, I'm putting like 1 or maximum 3 drops. She's 3 years old now. So maximum 3 drop of oregano in my roller. So essential oil is really very subjective. Sometimes people say that if I put like 5 drop like no lasa, then I will ask you what oil did you use. Okay, and then you have to know that human body come in various sizing. Okay, we have thin one, slightly huge one. Our sizing are different, our weight are different. So if you know, like for example, my husband, right, he's bigger in size, then of course the number of drop I will increase for him depends on situation. So these are the consideration that everyone should have. Then this is the basic knowledge that everyone should know on how to use the oil. And mummies, if any mummies here, or like you are not mummy and plan to be a mummy here, right? Let me tell you, try to get all this basic knowledge now. Okay, now learn to use it on yourself. Okay, feel the oil rather than situation happen, because I always receive message when the kids start to fall sick, then they panic, start bringing out the oil, then you start to panic on how to use the oil. So learn it first, have the basic knowledge. When situation happen, right, you'll stay calm and then you will know how to use the essential oil. Okay, so far so good. Any question? No question, I move on. For adult, how much to okay, for adult, right, I will say that you can try by doing about 3 to 5 drop in a 10 ml roller bottle. Test it out first. Okay, test it out first, because it's very, very hot oil, so it can cause sensitivity. So maximum, I feel that if really there's symptoms, right, I'll go up to 10 drop in a 10 ml roller bottle. Okay, so I will really see, I will test it out myself, see the situation, how's the person responds, and so on. Then I decide whether I want to add. So we usually start less and then we feel it. Then we can add. If let's say one shot you already add like 10, 20 drop inside, right, you can't cut back. Then if this situation really happen, right, then you just have to split into another bottle and then further dilute it to continue using it. So I would recommend you start with like 3 to 5 drops. 5 drop. Yeah, so depends on yeah, Geraldine say my girl 14 years old, she is using 5 drop to 5 ml. Yeah, so it really depends on what oil you are using and then how the person responds. Okay, so when you know how to use it, right, you roughly know how to control the essential oil. Okay, so I'll just move on. So always do a basic you can screenshot this always do a basic skin test, or we call that the patch test in the inner four. Can you see my forearm? Okay, so inner here or the wrist area. So apply already, test out for like 30 minutes to see if there's any itchiness or skin irritation. Most of the time when you do it with like dilution, right, it shouldn't have that kind of sensitivity unless you know that you are that like 1% that is highly sensitive or reactive to anything one. If not, most of the time is quite safe one. Okay, this photosensitive. So if you are those who like to use essential oil in your skincare, beauty care, whatever care, then do bear in mind that do it only at night before you go to sleep. Like, you know, after shower, apply ready, off your light, then go and sleep, that kind. Okay, don't in the daytime. Like for example, I have a freckles here. Okay, then I want to put on some lemon and frankincense. Okay, frankincense. Okay, so lemon, right? Lemon to my freckles area. So if in the daytime with this kind of sunlight, right, I do the oil here, okay, to help with my freckles. I go out, okay, then I think my freckles will actually darken even more. So because they are photosensitive, so when we actually contact to UV light, right, it will actually cause the skin to burn or darken it. So always do it at night. Okay, or under, like for example, if let's say I want to use wild orange to uplift my mood, then okay, I apply behind. Okay, I have my hair covered. Okay, I apply to my chest area. I have my shirt covered. Then that's fine. Okay, we are saying direct contact to the sunlight, direct exposure. Okay, another way is like recently I just found out that actually I didn't really try it until recently. I did it like I just got this body wash, and what I did was I actually put 10 drops of tea tree inside, and then for my shower, wow, I can tell you the skin is really soft. Okay, do try it. So this is a way to actually disperse the essential oil in because you may be thinking, hey, this is plastic bottle, then we every time educate you, hey, don't put inside a plastic bottle and so on. But because this full bottle contain a lot of fatty compound, right, it will actually disperse the essential oil. Okay, it's not like water and oil, then you have to use this kind of glass bottle. Okay, then what I like to do is, right, sometimes I will actually mix Epsom salt. You know, I'll take like 1 handful of Epsom salt, then I'll put 1 to 2 drops of essential oil, mix it, and then put in my tub. It's either for a foot soap, or I soak my girl for calming purposes, like or sometimes when she have some skin irritation or rashes, I'll put that and then put her to bathtub to soak. Enjoy her bath time. Okay. Okay, so this is, I want to show a video later. So this is when we use the essential oil, right, it actually the source of the feed, right, when we drop it on the epidermis level, it will slowly go into the dermis level, whereby you know it will start to connect to our nervous system and so on, and followed by the fat layers. So which is why we recommend to apply on the sole if you are in doubt, because you don't know whether here later the rash will come out, or you know, is it too hot for certain area, because the skin area at this area are pretty thin. So the sole is very thick skin one, because we every time use our foot to walk, right? So that area is the place whereby you can apply the oil, let the oil slowly absorb by the body. Okay, so let's watch this video.
If you're like most nature lovers, chances are you have at least one bottle of essential.
Oops, sorry.
If you're like most nature lovers, chances are you have at least one bottle of essential oil lying around your house. And while essential oils are best known for their role in aromatherapy, It's important to note that their benefits go way beyond their pleasant smell. In fact, reflexologists even recommend using certain oils under your feet to help get a good night's sleep. Here's how it works. How your feet absorb oils. The soles of your feet have 5 layers of skin with no hair follicles. The pores found in this area are particularly absorbent and can quickly pull the essential oil into the bloodstream. When applied to the entire foot, traces of essential oil can be found throughout the body in less than 20 minutes. This is because your soles and palms are the only sites on your body without sebaceous glands. Sebum, which is produced by sebaceous glands all over the skin, is an oily substance that functions as a protective shield and weakens the skin's ability to absorb foreign materials. Because the palms of your hands and soles of your feet do not have sebaceous glands, these areas have no barrier between the essential oils and your pores. Your feet have around 72,000 nerve endings each. In fact, they contain more sensitive nerve endings per square centimeter than any other part of your body. That's why, for centuries, East Asian medicine has treated various illnesses and symptoms by simply accessing the right nerves with the feet. They believed that every organ and system in your body is connected through meridians of energy that end in your feet, hands, ears, and face. This healing tradition is referred to as reflexology. According to reflexology, applying essential oils to your feet allows the oil's benefit to reach multiple organs and systems and bring about full body healing. Other advantages? Some essential oils are considered too concentrated for most parts of the body, and it's recommended to dilute them with water or coconut oil before applying to the skin. This is done to reduce the possibility of irritation or swelling. Fortunately, the skin on your feet is one of the least sensitive areas throughout your body, so oils of all strengths can be safely applied directly to your soles. Also, since you're applying the oil topically and not ingesting it, the active compounds go straight into your bloodstream instead of going through the lengthy digestive process and making your liver do the work. If you're curious about giving it a try, talk to your naturopath to find out what oils can help you heal.
Okay, so this is a pretty short clip, and I find it
If you're
very useful. So just to share, and then so as mentioned, the safest and effective way to apply the essential oil will be the soles of your feet, unless as you mentioned earlier, if you know that there are areas that you want to target, like your arm, your neck, all this, you know it, then you apply to the targeted area. If not, for kids, right, you have concern, right, then do it to the soles of the feet because it's also as effective as well. So just for example, if you ask me, right, do I often diffuse to sleep? I can tell you I don't often diffuse to sleep because I feel that diffusing keeps me awake. So what I did was, right, I will apply my favorite oils, example geranium, okay, to the soles of the feet, and it actually helps me sleep better. Okay, so this is some tips for you to know in case when you receive people telling you, oh, when I diffuse the essential oil, my kids get very active, they running around in the house, you do. I'm sure some of you do have this kind of situation, right? Then you can recommend them to apply to the soles of the feet. Okay. Sorry, hang again. Okay, sorry, my laptop overworked. Okay, I hope so far so good. If you have any question, just type in the chat box here while I have to reopen my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, so now let me just continue. Hi, Catherine. Okay, so let us just continue with internal application. So oral ingestion of essential oils. So safe to ingest essential oil in small quantity, just as you have been doing when ingesting plant containing essential oil, just like when you ingest peppermint drinks, right, you only put 1 drop to that. Okay, so because they are produced naturally by plants, essential oil are found in naturally balanced mixture. So don't overdose, because take for example, if I mean everything is in moderation. For example, you like cheese in your food, right? You feel that okay, sprinkle some cheese, the food tastes just nice. But if you overdo it, right, you will feel that very gelat, like over already. So everything is in moderation. Likewise for essential oil, less is always more. Okay. Okay, so for internal use, right? There are okay, within the company itself, right, you will actually see a few types of label. So if you are new to essential oil, right, you may be thinking, how come the bottle that I buy like from US and from Singapore is different? Okay, so just an example that yes, they are different due to different country regulations. So US, they have this table to say that it's supplement facts, and then for Singapore, we actually just return like 1 drop in dilute 1 drop in 120 ml of liquid, and some of the essential oil in doTERRA, right, we actually got the certification to use it as a food flavor. So for food flavor, you will see the label is like that. And I realized that the label is actually darker in color. But no matter what, sometimes I do know that printing does varies in terms of color. Sometimes how come the pink and this time the pink got variation? But don't care about the color, so long you know that the source that you buy is officially from the office itself and not from places like Amazon and or you know Taobao, because as you know that doTERRA in China is very popular. So to come up with counterfeit is very easy. Especially you can just get the bottle from Taobao and then just repack it. You can, you know, if I want to sell cheap, I can do it. I just buy bottles, you know, print label, so easy, right? Then I split into three different bottle, dilute with FCO and sell to people. But do you dare to ingest if you are getting from this source? I don't dare to lah, okay? So just be confident that you are really getting the best quality source when you really cut out from the office itself. Okay, so internal application. Taking essential oil internally may be very effective method to get the oil to be absorbed into the body to promote health and wellness. So for an overall soothing effect on the body and for a calming effect. So remember to use appropriate amount. Some of the oil are pretty hot oil like oregano. You do not want to drip it in water to drink it, right? You will really burn your mouth. Okay, so you might think, burn my mouth, does it burn my stomach? The structure in the mouth and the stomach are pretty different. Okay, so you can rest assured that our stomach structure is unlike what we put in the mouth. Okay, just a very simple example. When you bite the chili, okay, when you bite the chili through your mouth, okay, how do you feel? And after it is being digested in your stomach, how do you feel? So likewise for all the hot oil like oregano, clove, all these are the same. Always put in a veggie cap or purchase in the supplement form where we have the soft gel to ingest. Okay, because it will absorb by the gut for a whole body effect. And try not to overdose. For all the supplement, right, we always have a recommendation on the packaging to tell you like how to eat it. So when you are in doubt, right, just follow the packaging instruction. So to be sure that you don't overdose yourself, or you may feel like no effect. Are you not eating enough also? So always follow the instruction. Okay, so the internal application. So these are the oil that you should not even ingest it. Okay, so do a screenshot to that. And if you're thinking that eucalyptus has many different type of breeds, but the one that is in the bottle that we use for diffuse, right, is actually very mild, that is suitable for kids as well. So it's called the Eucalyptus radiata. But then you may be thinking, can I ingest that? Then my on guard inside have how? Okay, they are using another breed called Eucalyptus globulus, which is safe for internal use. Okay, so do a screenshot to that. Okay, internal use toxicity. Essential oil are completely safe to use internally as long as the dosage is appropriate. So just for example, you should be like drinking 1 drop of peppermint essential oil. You can even make a big flask to drink the whole day. Okay, so I'm not asking you to actually ingest the whole bottle inside. So you are basically, if I ask you to drink 1 drop, then you drink 1 whole bottle, you are basically overdose yourself. Just like when people say that when you eat 1 apple and 10,000 of apple, you know, you also get toxic for overeating 10,000 pieces of apple. So it's the same for essential oil. Okay, so some oils are too strong to be taken directly, as mentioned just now, like oregano, clove, cinnamon, cumin, thyme, and all these things. So these are the strong oil. You can just do a screenshot. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll move on. Okay, so for internal application, right? Okay, do screenshot this table as well. For adult, right? Internal will it means the supplement capsule. Okay, the supplement capsule. So the ideal, when you see ideal 2 to 4 drop, we are saying ideally at a specific timing. So like every 3 hourly, you are taking it 2 to 4 drops. So for 24-hour maximum, we recommend 12 to 24 drop. So why 12 and why 24? So it's the same logic, whether you are taking lemon or you're taking oregano. Okay, so oregano, you can't be taking 24 drops. Okay, but lemon, maybe yes. Okay, so this is the difference when you see such a huge range in terms of recommendation. So for oral, right, 1 to 3 drop, that means the oral is referring to when we drip in water to drink it. So like I put 1 drop to like sometimes accidentally 2 drop of lemon in my drinks. Okay, so this is the oral application. So for kids, we don't really recommend oral, but you may be thinking, then cannot take oral internal, how? Okay, in this case, we are suggesting at least children like probably 4 years or 7 years old and above. Okay, so why do I say that? If you know, right, I don't know if you can see. So doTERRA actually has supplement for kids. Okay, so the A to Z and I can make up. So this has wild orange inside. So they are heavily diluted already. So you can see, so that is why this is the recommendation. Follow the age, follow the dosage on the bottle to ingest. So this is under the internal. You missed the last slide. Which one? This? Is it Irene? Can I move on? If not later, then I share with you. Okay, can. Okay, so essential oil safety. Actually you can't really get birch in doTERRA. So, but in case you got it from other source, it can be irritants or even toxic at high level. So just keep out of children. And oregano, if taken internally, we will suggest to do it like maximum 2 weeks and then let the body rest, because it's like it's pretty strong, and it can even help to remove parasite. So try to control like 1 to 2 weeks, then you stop, then you continue. Same for Fennel, is not written here. Like I know Fennel is very good for people to support with menstruation, but then it is also very good for digestive health. So if you were to use Fennel, right, for digestive purpose, right, don't use more than 10 days, because uh I'm not saying all, but some people may be more sensitive. After 10 days of usage, you continue use, right, you may lao sai LS. Okay, so just listen to your body. You will actually know. Some people maybe like 5 days they already have that kind of feeling already. So it's very subjective to individual. So listen to your body. So wintergreen will never ingest. Okay, it can be irritant or even high toxic level. So uh keep reach out to children. So oil that we want to keep away from children, right? They do have the child lock one. Okay, they do have the child lock whereby you have to press down and then turn to open it. Okay, so these are the oil that yeah, don't use it on your child. Okay, so essential oil safety, critical health condition. So person with epilepsy, high blood pressure, or other critical health condition, uh, you can also benefit from essential oil. But just that if you are in doubt, right, do always keep to seek professional consultation to address this condition. Okay, sensitivity. Please be aware that some people are very sensitive. So like I mentioned just now, some people may be even sensitive to flower, lavender, rose, and all these things. So by nature they already sensitive to that very pure product already. So always you do a patch test. You can do a screenshot for epilepsy, some of the oil to avoid. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll move on. Okay, so for high blood pressure, right? Rosemary and thyme, they will actually support the the blood circulation better lah. So you actually people that with mild high blood, I feel that is still okay. But if they are that kind of like very high already, right? Don't try to avoid rosemary and thyme. So if let's say you did like 头疗 before in my class, right? If you realize I never really put rosemary in my class because I don't know who has high blood pressure, so I never use that. But if you know that you do not have high blood pressure, but then you need a booster to your brain and all these things, or for hair care, yeah, you can use it. Okay. So another thing to take note is that grapefruit has not been known to interfere with blood pressure medication. I do hear people saying that, hey, I'm having this, I'm eating blood pressure medication. Like, does the grapefruit oil actually affect? So the truth is naringin is not present in the rind of the grapefruit, and hence is not in grapefruit essential oil. So for essential oil, we use the rind, that means the piya. Okay, so it's not the juice itself. So the one that actually interfere is from the juice. Okay, so for essential oil for baby and individual with sensitive skin, right? Just keep a watch out on the dosage that you use. Even for elderly, some elderly, their skin is like very thin already. It's like they over certain like aging process, their skin is not as firm as us already lah. Okay, so when you use the oil for elderly, also has to be very careful. Okay, because their skin actually more sensitive and easily burn. Okay, so always use a carrier oil, and in short, it's very cost saving because you really use a bit for a greater effect. You don't really have to use a lot. Okay, So just remember that when you use essential oil, these are the safety things to note. Never apply directly to your eye, to your nose, to your ear, okay? Because it can be really, really causing a lot of irritation. So if let's say when you use essential oil that time, like you're inhaling or whatever application, you accidentally, touch your eye, right? If you can, right, just close your eye. Take a tissue paper, you will have the tear coming out. Tear will actually cause the irritation even more, to be honest. So just wipe off the tear and then just close your eye to rest a while. But if you really cannot, right, then pick up your fractionated coconut oil or any oil, even though the cooking oil in your kitchen, you just pick up and use. Never use water to wash. It will drive the oil further in and faster in to cause more irritation. So I want to highlight this again. When dealing with essential oil, remember the safety usage is very important. This is the very, very basic that you must know. Okay. Okay, so for pregnancy, right? Aromatherapists generally agree that the oil topically applied in ordinary amount are not harmful to a developing fetus. However, pregnant women may want to consult a physician or aromatherapy practitioner prior to using essential oil. So for my case, right, when I was pregnant, I was consistently using essential oil. Example, I use okay, subjective. Some people say that they don't feel good using peppermint, but I feel very good using peppermint to help me with my nausea. Okay, some people use lemon. And then for my stretch mark, right, I actually blend frankincense, lavender, helichrysum, with very, very small concentration, but I make it into really a big bottle. I put like, I think 10 drop each only. Then I filled up the rest with coconut oil. But that time I actually use extra virgin coconut oil because I want the moisture, the fatty compound. So when I apply, got the coconut smell as well. But yeah, do bear in mind to heavily dilute for pregnancy use. Okay. And avoid oil like clary sage because in high dose, I'm saying in high dose because it may activate contraction. You don't want your baby to come out too early, right? So try to avoid oil like clary sage. Okay, so oil can support your breastfeeding journey as well. But do take note that some people are really very sensitive to peppermint. Even by, when you open a bottle far from that person, they'll feel that, peppermint is affecting me. But for my case, peppermint doesn't really affect me for my breastfeeding. I do know some of my members, they also have no issue using peppermint. Okay, so these are some of the oil that you can just do a screenshot that assists in lactation, like clary sage, basil, geranium, fennel, peppermint, and one more not in the list is copaiba. Okay, yeah, then peppermint. Okay, so do take note that if you are very sensitive to peppermint, right? Yeah, so our blend like digestion, some of the encouraged blend, metabolic blend, we do have peppermint inside. So you may want to avoid it if you know that you have high sensitivity to that, to so-called affect your milk supply. Okay, so oils in a low-grade plastic. Many oil will actually soften and dissolve the plastic if you are using very low-grade quality. So example, when you want to drink your water, right, never put the essential oil in a plastic bottle. So imagine it actually break down the chemical compound and you drink it together. So you are injecting plastic. Okay, you want to check the potency of the essential oil, right? You take a styrofoam cup, put a drop of essential oil on the styrofoam cup to test it. You know how potent it is. Okay, so always remember, if you want to consume it with water, always use like ceramic, glass, just no plastic. Okay, many oils are flammable, so keep them clear of open flame, sparks, or other fire hazards. For seizure precaution, so these are the oils that you may want to screenshot and take note. Okay, but it depends on the seizure condition. Is it the very severe type, like can trigger anytime or the minor type. So some people still can use like deep blue, that kind, but then it's really subjective. You may even want to, if you want to use deep blue, you may want to even further dilute it with the hand and spa lotion. Okay, but always listen to the body. Okay, and for G6PD, you may want to take the screenshot. I do hear people saying that some people are pretty sensitive for G6PD, sensitive to using peppermint, but I also hear cases that they are fine using peppermint. So it's really subjective. So have to see individual, and some people allergic to different things. One, like my colleague, MIS colleague, he is very sensitive when it comes to drinking beer. He has G6PD, but he cannot take beer, but he still drink it. So that kind of situation whereby you just want to take note. But then because this oil that we listed above, it has camphor in it, may trigger. So just take note when you recommend oil. When the person already tell you, hey, I have G6PD, then you just take note that some oil have camphor inside to avoid, or they can test it out. I don't know how they test it out, but then be safe lah. Okay, just be safe. Okay, so reaction using essential oil. So multiple scenario can lead to a reaction using essential oil. Person has very sensitive skin, right? You dilute the essential oil with carrier oil. Okay, remember a lot of people thinking, I dilute already got use, man. Dilution doesn't lessen the effectiveness of the essential oil. Okay, using of inexpensive, low quality essential oil. Some inexpensive oil has additive that can cause adverse reaction. Only use high quality essential oil and blends. Okay, because those that you buy from outside one, they may actually added they may just dilute it to sell you cheap. So you may not know what is the additional chemical added to that compound that they use to dilute it. Okay, so for example, I have a friend, last time when I recommend the eucalyptus, she'll say, oh, how come your eucalyptus so expensive? I get it, this amount, I get it 2 big bottle outside the fragrance shop. And then after that, when she used it, right, she realized that she poured 20-30 drop also no smell one. So you are paying for that kind of quality. So I rather so in fact, you really do the calculation, right? Our oil is actually not that expensive one. Okay, so reaction using essential oil. Essential oil trigger the expulsion of candida infection already in the body. So so that is why sometimes people may have a bit of reaction like rash, coming out from their skin. Okay, they can release large quantity of toxin that has been within their body. So as I mentioned earlier, these people may have certain health problem or have not really go through detox before. So they are kind of like highly toxic one. There is people like that one. Okay, so don't be shocked. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation, and I'm sorry for the 15 minutes overrun. So do you all have any question? You can unmute yourself, or you can put in the chat box. If not, we are done for today. Yes, any question? Okay, all good. Okay, sorry, too many things already. I like bullet train like that. Too many to cover. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, if we have no questions, so Deborah, anything you want to add on? I remember there's this point system one. Sorry, I just came back from cruise. I'm still not in the situation yet. So we do have point system. We have this LE dollar. Please earn the point. Deborah, where are you? No worries if you join late, because we will have the recording. We'll have the recording one. Today is the first day lah, so do reach out if you have issue with the registration to your Silver Plus leader. They will be able to advise you. Okay, if not, we have come to the end. Okay, so someone asked me what is G6PD. So it's an enzyme that protect the red blood cell lah. So they so people are having the deficiency to that to metabolize some of the thing. Okay, so Deborah have to answer already. Okay, so if not, we shall call it a day. Thank you everyone to spend your precious Sunday with us here. Have a nice day. Bye bye.